Along the Orontes, a fortified city watched the valley's lifeline. Its name was Kadesh. For the people here, water meant survival. For armies, it meant supply. Behind earthen walls, ordinary days continued while empires measured the same ground. Grain fire and stored jars, small routines that built a city worth fighting for. Trade brought goods. And with goods came news because crossroads always talk. Kadesh was built to watch who passed and to slow who tried to take it. The plain offered speed, and speed in this age could decide a day. On a map, the river becomes a rule, follow it, and an army can move. Kadesh sat where routes converged, where supply movement and control met in one point. In the Egyptian camp, the plan looked clear if the information was true. But separated columns create gaps, and gaps are invitations. Across the valley, the Hittite command studied the same point and waited for the right moment. The weapon was not only force, it was timing, arriving when the line was thin. 2 tables, 1 city, 1 question: who would learn the truth first?
If you want the next forgotten world, subscribe, and we'll uncover it together.
In the Egyptian tent, the map turns Kadesh into a decision that cannot be delayed. The river draws the route, and the route draws the war. The army advances in separated columns, and the gaps grow visible. Across the valley, the Hittite command sees the same gaps and does not look away. They aim not for the strongest place, but for the thinnest. Concealment becomes a weapon. What stays hidden can arrive like a storm. Egyptian records describe reports that place the Hittite main force far away. If that distance is real, the camp can form in safety, so the markers move. On the other table, the same gap becomes a target line. No speech is needed. A single gesture can hold an army in silence. Egyptian records also describe captured scouts, revealing the enemy was much closer. The response is immediate: secure the camp, pull the line in, protect the thin places. Across the valley, preparations tighten, ready to leave the table and enter the dust. Leather Creek's wheels test the ground and silence holds. 2 commands shape the same day in different ways, speed on one side, timing on the other. Then the plan becomes motion, hooves, wheels, and dust. The Egyptian column moves on, still believing time is on its side. But the formation is stretched, and the valley leaves a gap. The horizon changes. A thin dust line appears sharp, deliberate. Before eyes confirm it, the horses feel it rains, tighten, breath shortens. Egyptian records describe a sudden chariot strike, fast, heavy, unforgiving. Dust swallows distance. Shouts become echoes. Direction becomes guesswork. The pressure reaches the camp's edge. Ropes snap, pegs lift. Order slips. The Egyptian narrative places Ramesses close to the camp, answering with action, not speeches. A line forms shield to shield, built in seconds. From a distance, command watches the dust. One gesture can release a wave. The chariots turn for another sweep, testing where the line is thin. Wheels rattle, axles groan, sand turns motion into noise. A counter move breaks out, meant to buy space, not end the day. Now the gap is no longer theory. It is a doorway. At ground level, only seconds are visible: feet, wheels, dust, breath. The river's edge limits movement. Nature draws a boundary. Signals replace panic. The camp tightens again. With a measured step, the shield line pushes the pressure outward. From the far edge, new movement appears quiet but decisive. For a moment, the field becomes legible again. Camp Plain River still contested. A second dust plume approaches, reinforcement arriving when it matters. The gap closes. The line becomes a line again. Inside, the camp hands rebuild order rope by rope. Near the camp, commands stay short, protect, hold, push outward. Shield rhythm returns the sound of discipline. Chariots are reformed, not rushed, prepared to move as a unit. The fight is pushed away from the camp, step by step. Momentum breaks. The attackers turn outward, searching for space. At the river edge, the boundary holds, movement narrows. In the dust, small human gestures carry the weight of survival. By late afternoon, the field settles, no clean ending, only endurance. The sun drops, shadows stretch, and the noise retreats. At night, the story returns to the table ink, replacing dust. The map bears fingerprints, Kadesh still at the center. A pen begins the first version of the day, and stone begins the version meant to last. In lamplight, choices are made: what to keep, what to leave out. A message is sealed so it can travel as authority. In the workshop, history becomes labor, stroke by stroke. A wheel, a horse, a king order carved, where battle was disorder. Contrast is added so the story reads from a distance. The wall presents certainty, clean lines where reality was dust. A proclamation turns record into public memory. Stone and dust share the same moment, but not the same truth. The wall repeats what it was designed to repeat. Kadesh is marked again because the contest is not truly finished. Seals and documents gather another kind of power assembling. The monument stands. The landscape outside keeps changing. Egyptian records present triumph. The battlefield outcome was complex, yet the propaganda was powerful. After battle, the next struggle moves to paper. Two sides face each other without meeting, separated by distance, joined by necessity. A seal presses into clay agreement as an imprint. The same map is touched again this time to negotiate not to strike. Two tables continue their work in parallel, each guarding its own story. A hand pauses because peace is also a risk. Seal and cord rest beside the text commitment made physical. The Orontes flows on while empires search for a way to stop bleeding.